What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another daily episode of Undiagnosed Baddie. I think because it's Valentine's Day this month, it's the Lovers Month, that some of my topics are going to be lovers focused and just about relationships, not to impede on my series, my playlist of love, life, Child, Life, Lust, and Lies 2.0, which really started out in 2020 about my dating life and people just being weirdos on the apps. Haven't been on the apps in a very long time. Haven't been on the apps, honestly, since 2021. But I was only on the apps because I was in a new area. Oh my gosh. And yeah, I got what I was looking for and got out of there. Won't do the apps again. I am definitely pro meeting people in person because oftentimes when you meet people on these apps, they wouldn't be in the areas that you would be in, right? So if I love adventure, I like to go out and do things, and I just do shit just because, right? So because this summer I'm making it very, very, very much my business to be at the embassies when they host like their open stuff this year. If you don't know, I am from PG County, which is the suburbs of Washington, D.C., the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. And during the summer months, the embassies here have their days. So the French embassy will have something and they'll host, something where part of it is free. So maybe 1 to 3 is free for people to come see the embassy, talk to people. And then from like 3 to 7, 3 to 9 or whatever, it's paid, ticketed events. And there's tiers and you get the experience of the tier ticket that you purchase. Now, it is like I said, it's my business this year to go to different events at the embassies. Although I'm here, I think I've only been to like maybe 2 embassies. I know for sure I went to the Nigerian because Ghana. I was over there because I had to get a visa when I went to Ghana. And I want to say there was something else that I want to say French. The French embassy, maybe school related, field trip. I don't know, but I know that I've been to like 2 of them. So this year it is my business to make sure that I get into these spaces. Now, on the apps, a lot of these gentlemen aren't just going to these spaces just to go, just to be nosy, just to have fun. They would go because I invited them. They would go because this is the world that I'm creating for myself, curating for myself. And so then they would join me, but they're not just going to be there. So my goal is to be in spaces where the caliber of men I want to meet already are. Hello? There are men that just go to these spaces for the museums, for looking for their wives, looking for their next honey bun, and that honey bun can and will be me. I know which embassy I really want to tackle, and I'm gonna do all of them, but I know which one I'm really looking for now because again, it's February. It's the month of love. I am just gonna be open. I am open to dating people, although some of them are racist too, y'all. I already know, right? That are brown. I don't go by person of color. I am a Black African American woman. I'm not a person of color because oftentimes people that categorize themselves as people of color align themselves with whiteness. And that's been what I've learned from viewing people online and being with them in corporate spaces. Okay, so when I say someone that got a little bit, some tint to him, baby, I need a brown man. I need a brown man. And so that's what I'm looking for in these spaces. Blacks were the first people on earth. And so, yeah, I need me a brown man. So I'm going to find me a brown man in these spaces. I'm going to make sure that y'all tag along. I've been hearing y'all. I know you want more vlogging. So it's gonna be a lot because I'm gonna have to figure out which footage to use for which vlog, like my weekly vlog. Are we gonna do a weekly vlog, bi-monthly vlog? Am I going to incorporate some of the B-roll? I really want to go out on a lot of dates and take my camera with me and vlog my dates. That's really my ultimate goal now. I could do that a lot if I got back on the apps. But again, these men are not in my, you know how I always talk about Venn diagrams? They're not in my world. And on these apps, they have access to you that they wouldn't normally have access to you. You feel me? So, no to the apps. Yes to more outside. No to people of color. Yes to blacks, right? So there are people that may not even classify themselves as a person of color or black, but say, I'm Indian. I'll take it. I'll take it because I fucking get it, right? So all of that. With the month of love, I just want to put out there my own little juju. We calling a good spring, summer, fall, and continuance of life, lust, and no lies, baby. But you know, it happens. So it's all a part of the game. I just want everyone to know that if you are single and you are looking to date, when I say you should try dating outside your box, I mean into different spaces. I don't mean your preference, okay? You can find you a average height, dreaded black man in STEM versus a dreaded black, black man that's in, I hate to talk about my people like this because I know I be in there and I have class and I have, education and all of the things, but oftentimes you're not gonna get the riffraff of the go-go gentleman. Like, we've been doing it for how long, y'all, right? So I don't think that we are going to find, why am I yelling at y'all? I don't know. I don't think that we are going to find the loves of our lives in the go-go. So we have to step outside of the comfort zone of giving our numbers to those in that proximity. We love our people, we love our culture, but if you're a woman and you want a different type of man, that's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to step out. I know a lot of people be like, oh, they corny, but are they? But are they? You gotta get a chance to know somebody. I'm probably a chaotic wild, wild west, a mother's worst nightmare for their son to bring me home. And I want you to know I don't give a fuck. But the thing about it is, their son, I'm gonna have me a whole bunch of sons on my roster. I can't wait for the weather to break, honestly. I can't, because that way I can be seen and I can do the things. And when you carry around the camera, it poses a lot of questions. When people are like, oh, what do you do? Like, oh, just documenting my life. That's it. Like, do you create content? Nope, I don't. And because the way phones work, I'll pop up on your feed at some point. But it's just like, I don't like telling people I create content because they think I'm a videographer. Baby, I'm a personality. I'm a host. I'm a talk show host, okay? People don't have this personality. People can't carry on the conversations by themselves. And co, why do you think all my shit say and co? Convo and co. I'm my own company. Life, Lust, and Lies 2.0. That one don't say and co. Well, you know which one says and co? Undiagnosed Baddie. And co. Company that's here. That's what's going on, right? So, y'all, get off of the dating apps. Go outside. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You can go take the metro somewhere. Go for a walk in a different part of the city. Go for a walk during someone else's lunchtime. Yes, we're grinding. Yes, we're doing all of the things. But part of life at our age is a little bit of freedom. And if you DoorDash, baby, pull over and go for a walk down by the monument, right? Yes, we do it all the time. Yes, we've done it thousands of times. But who else are you going to get that's walking that time of day? Somebody that has the knowledge to take a break at that time, or I don't want to say capacity is not the word that I'm looking for, but the leverage to take a break at that time of day to meet you. You never know whose path you're going to cross when you do something new, when you break out of your routine. If you work in the city, go in earlier, get off later, walk somewhere else, go somewhere else, break your normal path and do something